Good morning, and welcome to It Didn't Snow Again Last Night, Winnipeg. Okay, now, it was 3 years ago today that I reached my goal. Well, I almost reached my goal weight when I went on that big diet going on 4 years ago now. Yeah, I think I was 1.2 pounds over what I had set as a goal for myself. Now, the goal I had set for myself was 170 pounds. And I got down to, I had lost 117.1 pounds. That's what it was. Yeah, I lost 117.1 pounds. Almost made it to my goal weight. I started out at 200. I've got it written down here because I can't remember. 288.3 pounds. I'm giving it to you in pounds, not kilos or that kind of thing, or stone. I never could figure that out. Anyway, I was 288.3 pounds on February the 2nd, 2021, almost 4 years ago now. And yeah, I got down to my goal weight, and I thought, what did I look like at that time? So I dug out some old footage, and we were working on the hood at that time. We'd almost reached episode 1000. I think we were just 2 away from episode 1000. My, how time flies. And we had snow. Yeah, we had snow because I was outside at the bird feeder, and you could see that there was snow on the ground. Anyway, yeah, so now if you remember on pizza day, I fell off the wagon, and I came here on Monday morning, and I was complaining about how I had fallen off the wagon and set myself back 3 days, or I said something to that effect. Well, right now I'm down to where I should have been Monday. Yeah, I set myself back. I got to be careful. Pizza day's coming up, and it's really easy to pig out. And when I get all that sodium in my system, that seems to absorb all the other stuff, and I even have a drink of water, and it turns into fat. At least that's what it seems. It's like the saying goes, like you say, well, how is it that I put on 5 pounds from eating just a 1 pound box of chocolates? Yeah, well, that's the way it goes. Okay, so my goal weight is still 170 pounds. That's what I'd really like to get down to, that weight, and maintain it. And I can remember 3 years ago, I was saying to myself, I'm sure not going to go back up again. Well, I slowly went back up, and on July of this year, just 3-4 months ago, I had gotten myself back up to 254 pounds. And it was about then I sort of panicked, I guess. I'm thinking, it's happening all over again. And it pretty much was, I know that was quite a ways from 288.3. And that 288.3, that was with me just standing in my underwear, my shorts. And that's the way I weigh myself when I get up in the morning. Not every morning, but you're getting more information than you deserve. Okay, what are we going to do here today? Well, I do have things that I want to do this morning. For instance, I want to go out and pick up some gas for the motorcycle. My cans are empty, and I don't want to leave it sitting there in the box with a partially filled tank. They say to fill it up. In fact, JR, when he delivered the bike over 6 months ago now, he said in the wintertime, fill the tank right up with gas. And so that's what I want to do. Now I'm pretty sure they're going to be, Bill's cycle is going to be coming by and picking it up. before much of the winter passes on. I would think could be any day. But right now, I'm looking outside at bare streets. Yeah, all that moisture evaporated overnight, and so if it doesn't rain, and there's a 30% chance it's going to rain today, but that means there's a 70% chance it won't. So I want to get out, get some gas, fill up my tank, and maybe this afternoon get out for another quick scoot. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Better than 3 years ago. I wouldn't have been doing no scooting then. Okay. I was talking to Max this morning. I saw his car back out, and when I happened to notice when he came back, and so I stuck my head out the door, and he said to the effect that he thinks he might be by this morning with Missy. So he's feeling a lot better. That's good, because yesterday he wasn't feeling too good. But he was chipper, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not holding my breath, but I'm ready. Minus 1.5 Celsius right now. It's got to warm up a bit. I did plug the car warmer on in my car, so I'll get into a nice cozy car. I think it's time to shut up and maybe set up and try and paint some of these little parts here. And I'm just going to brush them. I was mentioning to Mark in Australia, Aussie Frenchman, and I was telling him, he was talking about how he likes to brush paint as well. He said his compressor broke down about a year ago, and he hasn't airbrushed since. He's been doing all with a brush, and he mentioned something to the effect of how relaxing it was. And yes, I can really relate to that. I can just really relax with a paintbrush. Yeah, and so I said to him that if I do get the Yamato, I'm considering, and I'm just considering this. It might not work out, but I would try and see if I can't just brush the entire thing, even the hull. I don't see any reason why a person can't paint a large thing, item like that, and it would be large with a brush. I don't see why not. I mean, after all, you can paint a whole house with a brush. Yeah. Okay. Enough chatter here. Let's recompose, and we'll set up. And I do believe we were going to do these the number 66. So let's get at her here. Hello, Missy. My, oh my, nice to see you. Are we getting back to normal? Huh? We getting back to normal? Let's wait for Max. He's walking pretty good. Hey, you're
limping?
No, not as. I think you're limping less than before. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, let me sit down here, Missy. I know you're always in a hurry. There we go. Let's fix your collar. Oh, that tail is beating me to death here. She's so happy. So, how you feeling this morning?
Kind of nauseated from the anti-inflammatories, but other than that, I feel good.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I'm not in any pain. I mean, I'm taking a couple of Tylenol every 6 hours, but that's not a lot of pain meds. It's getting better much faster than I'd anticipated.
One Tylenol.
2.
2 Tylenols? That'd be what, like 1,000 milligrams?
Yeah, 1 gram.
1 gram, yeah. Missy is so happy to be back to normal here. Yeah. And then the last one. Okay. Well, it's sure good to see you back and all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Okay, she's waiting for this.
Did you powder in some?
Yes. Yeah, there's enough venison that I can powder in some more tomorrow, and then I'll have to order more from Amazon. Yeah, she seems to like the venison. If you, or rather, she'll eat the milk bone if you lace it with venison. Mind you, when Lorraine was coming with, and I would just give her a milk bone, most of the time she would take it. So
Yeah, that was funny. She wouldn't take the dark one. Took the blonde one, spit it out, and said, "Oh, all right." Snagged it and ran out the door.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, you're a funny little dog. You sure are. A funny little dog. You gonna come and say goodbye? Huh? You're such a good dog. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you, Ron. Didn't get it.
There we go.
Thanks, Ron.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, the geese are headed towards Tennessee, Jim. Yeah, those geese were headed exactly south. Actually, a little bit southeast. Okay, Missy the dog, Missy the dog. We're ready for next time. All right. Now, we were getting ready to paint here, weren't we? You know, I found that really interesting that it looked like Bridget was waving to us there in that when I superimposed this morning's bridge crossing. Yeah, there's not going to be a sunrise to show you later, I can tell you that. But it'd be nice. I don't know if Don and Bridget are watching right now, but if you are, please feel free to comment in the comments below. If you're, that is, if you're registered with YouTube, and it's not that hard to do. Okay, let's get ourselves more organized here. Okay, yesterday I emptied what I refer to as, or think of as, my sludge jar, and this is the jar that I used to, you know, dump the excess, not paint so much, but isopropyl and so on out of my airbrush or anything like that, or I used to clean this off in it, and anyway, I dumped it out. And as you can see, I wasn't able to, you know, get all of it cleaned up, but that's okay. For what I'm using it for, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to put about, a third full of Windex here. Yeah. All right, a fifth full. And yeah, this Windex seems to work really good on the XF paints, really good. So, really loving this little Badger airbrush company mixer. It works really well. Okay. Now maybe I'll put my lid back on to help with the evaporation. I can give it a quick shake before I'm going to use it. And all right, for next time. I think the last jar of sludge, I think it goes way back to the Bismarck days. So it was time to change it. It was starting to get quite a bit of sediment in the bottom. Alrighty, let's get ourselves going here. I think I'll probably use, well, I'll probably use my large brush again. And I think some of these pieces I better grab hold of. Yeah, maybe I better get these things mounted on some sort of self-locking tweezers or Chris's alligator clips, something like that. Some of these are very, very fragile. Like it gets quite thin right there where my finger is touching. So that would be easily snapped off. Okay, just let me get a little bit more organized here. These rings that go around the outside of the torpedo tube, I'm wondering if they should be darker than the 66. The torpedo tube is as you remember from yesterday, is painted the 338. It's fairly light. So this will probably show up okay. Okay, let's see what we can do here. And okay, just bear with me. Okay, in that last scene, some of you were undoubtedly looking at the clock and wondering, where did the time go? Well, that's the way it goes. Spent quite a bit of time editing out that opening scene and what have you. And also, I went out and I did buy the gas for the motorcycle. And it's still dry. The streets are dry. I could, when I went along, I paid particular attention as to, do I have to drive through any water? And the answer to that was no. Mind you, it's still very cold out. Okay, I think all of these pieces, except maybe two, will have to be painted twice. The reason being is where the alligator clip clamps on, naturally I'm not going to be able to paint. But this piece here, it just happens that one of Gabe's swab sticks plugs in nicely. And this one here, there already is a peg sort of that's going to get plugged into the somewhere. But all the rest I'll have to do twice. And this little guy right here, this is some sort of a little handle. I have a faint recollection of having a problem with these ones on the last time. They're difficult to put on, but we'll figure it out. Okay, let's recompose here and see if we can get a little number 66 stuck on these parts. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna clean up my brush here. And I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. It's my little clock just gonged 1 o'clock. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna try and get out yet. The streets are still dry, no sign of rain falling or snow. Oh my, the temperature's still minus 1.3. Gonna have to watch for ice on the road. This might not be a good idea. I'm gonna turn around and come back if it looks, if I at all feel unsafe. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.